Okay, so now that we have seen some predefined functions, we have discussed about predefined functions earlier. Now let us see an example program. So I'm importing the regular expression module RE module. So don't forget, this is very important. If you don't import this module, then you'll not be able to perform any searching or some matching. Okay, so I'm creating a string str which contains a string sentence, she sells seashells on the seashore. Okay, then I'm creating a pattern. So this pattern is nothing but we want to find out whether this pattern she is available in the string str or not. Okay, uh, so I'm creating a pattern called pattern1. So with the help of a variable, so I'm creating a variable pattern1 which is also a string variable, and it contains a string she. So now that you have imported RE module, regular expression module, you can use that regular module name dot the predefined functions that we mentioned earlier, the 5 predefined functions. Okay, so among them you have a function called match function, which we discussed at the end. That is the fifth function. So what is this function going to do? It is going to receive two parameters. The first one is the pattern that we want to search, and the second one is the string in which we want to search for the pattern. So what is this going to return? It is going to return a match object. If a match object, if that match is found, the pattern is found at the beginning of the string. If it is not found, then it is going to return a none value, which will be considered as false. So the match object, because it is a non-zero value, it will be considered as true. So when you use it in a if statement, so this will either become true or false depending on what is the return value of match function. If it is returning a match object, then it will become true. If it is not returning a match object, then it will become false. So if it is returning a match object, what does it indicate? It indicates that the pattern 1 which contains she is found at the beginning of your string in which you are searching, that is nothing but the str. So what is there in str? She sells seashells on the seashore, right? So if it is found, then it will display a message match found. If it is not found, then it will display a message pattern 1 which contains she is not present in str. So let me execute this program and show you the output. So not just in the beginning, it will also search, I think, in the first line also, I think. Let us make a small change to this program. Definitely she is a in lowercase letters, right? She, whereas the our string contains she word at the beginning, but s is in capital letter. So what is this doing? She is not present in she shells on the seashore. If I give a capital letter s, let us check it. So it is returning match found. Okay, instead of she, I'll give SELLS. So what is this displaying? Cells is not present in seashells on the seashore. So you know this same exactly matching with letters also, case of the letters. all small letters SELLS, right, in the string that you're searching for, the pattern. And even your string also contains this word SELLS. But why it is not returning a match object? Because this is not at the beginning of the string. So what do you have at the beginning of the string? You have as she, right? So you must understand that this match function will search for that pattern at the beginning of the string only. If it will return true, that is a match object if it is found only at the beginning of the string. Otherwise it will not return any value. And even if it is found at the in the middle also, it will not return any match object. If it is found at the beginning of the string, then it will return a match object. So instead of printing this match found, let us print the object that is returned by this re.match pattern. uh, I'll take obj, a variable, and assign instead of directly using it in an if statement. I'll call this match function, and because this is going to return a match object, that object will be stored in the variable obj. So now uh, I'll write here obj if obj. Instead of writing this entire thing re.match of pattern 1 comma str, I'll write simply obj. So whatever this is returned, instead of placing it here, I am placing it in obj and then using obj here. So here in the print statement, instead of printing match found, I'll print obj. So let us look at the output. Because the pattern 1 is cells and it is not present at the beginning of the string, so this will return, it will not return any value, so else part will be executed, right? Now let us change this pattern to say SHE, where S is capital letter. See, so what is the output? It is displaying in a regular expression module, you have an match object, and it is displaying the span is equal to 0 comma 3. And what is the pattern that you are searching for? You are matching for the word she, right? So if you look at this string, at index 0 you have S, and index 1 you have H, and index 2 you have E. So starting from 0 till index 3, excluding the index 3, you have this string SHE, right? So that is what returned here, SHE. The span is equal to 0 comma 3. This span will be written in the form of a tuple. The initial letters index value and the final letters index plus 1, excluding that index 3. So up to 2, right? So now that you understood how to use this match function, then we'll see one more example here. So we have created pattern 2 as she. This will also will return uh, not found. So look at this if statement, how I am using now. If re dot match pattern 2, which I want to search for, where I want to search for, in str string, the same str string that we created at the beginning. Then after str, I'm passing one more additional parameter, third parameter. So that means match function has multiple versions. So this time let us see the output. In the output already we have, what is the output displaying? Match found. Why it is displaying match found? Because I'm calling this match function by passing an additional third parameter, which is nothing but re.I. So this I will specify case insensitive search. Actually the pattern that we are searching for has a string called SHE, where all the letters are in lowercase letters, but our string is beginning with the same word SHE, but the first letter S is capital letter, so this will not match, right? The letters are same, but the case is not same. uh, the pattern has all small letters, whereas the given string has the first word, same word, but the low, instead of lowercase s, it has an uppercase s. So if you want to ignore this one, if you want to ignore this case, then you have to give re dot I here. If you don't pass this third parameter, the case will not be ignored, right? It will be searching exactly including the case by default. But if you want to search it by ignoring the case, uppercase or lowercase, then you have to use a constant in which is defined in this re module, that is called capital letter I. You have to give here re dot I. Okay, so that's the reason why it is displaying an output match found. Okay, then I hope you understood. I need not explain this else part also. So if it is not found, then it will display it is not present in str. So if you stay uh, change this to he instead, then he is not present in seashells on the seashore. Okay, fine. Now let us see the next function, search function. Now that we have seen match function, let us see now search function. So what is search function doing is, as we discussed earlier, it receives two patterns. First one is the pattern 1, the pattern that we want to search for. Second one is the string parameter in which you want to search for that pattern. It works similar to the match function. The only thing is, uh, the match function will return a match object if the pattern is found at the beginning of the string only, but whereas search function will return anywhere. If the string is found anywhere in the string, then it will return. So what is pattern 1? She, right? And what is str? The same, she sells seashells on the string. Okay, so now what is, look at the output. What is it displaying? Match found, right? Because she is found. Instead of she, I'll give cells here for pattern 1. Now I am changing it to cells. Is it at the beginning of the string? It is not at the beginning of the string, right? So it is the second word in the given string, she sells, right? So this time if you run this program, what it must give? It must give match found. So you observe, you are getting match found. So that is the difference between the match function and search function. Match function will try to match that particular string from the beginning of the string, the pattern from the beginning of the string, whereas search function, it will not consider from the beginning of the string. Anywhere in the string, anywhere it is found, then it will search for it. Okay, even if you give he also, because after s there is he, that also will be considered as found. So let me change this cells to he. So now also it is saying match is found. But if you are, when you are using match function, what is it saying? He is not present in the seashells, right? So that's the difference between a search and match function. Now one more pattern I'm creating, pattern 3, in small letters SEAA string. Then we already discussed about another function called find all function, right? So what is this find all function going to do? It is going to search for the pattern in the given string, and it is going to return a list containing all the occurrence of that particular word SEAC. So how many times C is present in the string? So this is the first occurrence, and this is the second occurrence. So there are two times this word C is occurring in that given string. So what is find all function going to do? It is going to return a list containing all these occurrences. The same word C, how many times it is present, that many times it will be stored in that list, and that list will be written. So as such, in the output you can see this is the list. The first item is C and even the second item is also C. If that same C word is occurring 3 times, then it will return the list containing the C word 3 times. Because now you have 2 times only, it is returning the list with containing the item 2 times. Okay. And what is split function going to do? It is going to split the given string wherever this pattern 3 is found, right? So what is the pattern 3 C? So in our string, C is present here 1 time. So whatever string part is there before that C word, C will be considered as one item of a list. Then after that, again till the next occurrence, whatever is there, that will be considered as another part. And after that, some more part is there. So this will be considered as another part. So totally, the string will be split into how many parts? 3 parts, because there are 2 occurrences, 2 plus 1. If there are n occurrences, n plus 1 uh, uh, items will be created in the list. By splitting that string into n plus 1 items, the list will be generated. So if you look at the list, she sells, then after that shells on the, and then after that shore. You have to exclude the letter, the word C. So in this given string, after she sells, you have seashells, right? SEAC. So that SEAC is excluded here. And after C, you have a space. So that space is included. Shells on the, again you have seashore. So seashore will begin with a word SEAC. So there it is split again into another part. So totally you have 3 items in the list returned by this find all functions. Sorry, split function. I hope you understood the split function, right? Then the sub function, which is called as substitute function. I'm substituting this pattern 3 uh, wherever there is pattern 3. That is, what is pattern 3? 3, that is C. So wherever there is a word C, in place of that word C, ocean will be substituted. It will be replaced with ocean. Okay. And str is way in whichever string you want to find out for that word. So this 2, let me show you the difference. So you observe how many times the word C is there. 2 times it is there. So I'm wherever there is C, that is replaced with ocean. Seashells, ocean shells on the ocean shore, right? So now I'll remove this 2 and give 1 here. So you observe the output. The first word C is replaced with ocean, but the second word is not replaced, right? So what is the meaning of the fourth parameter here? If there are n number of occurrences for that pattern in that one, replace the first m number. I'm saying m for Mumbai. Okay. So if I give 1 here, it will substitute only the first 1 occurrence. If I give 2, the first 2 occurrences, right? So if I give 3, the first 3 occurrences, but the total number of occurrences of the word C in our string is 2 only. So if I give 2, it will substitute or replace the first 2 occurrences. So that's why all the occurrences have been replaced earlier. But now when I gave 1, only the first occurrence is replaced it. So in that way, if there are n occurrences, out of those n occurrences, if you want to replace only the first m number of occurrences, then that m must be passed as parameter, the last parameter for this substitute function. Okay. So I hope you understood this one, right? Then one more pattern I'm creating, pattern 4. This is given as shore now. Then I'm using the same match function that we used earlier, re.match pattern 4 comma str. So will it find this shore? It'll say shore, it'll display shore not found, because shore is not at the beginning of the string. Even though shore is present in the string, it is not at the beginning, it is at the end of the string, right? So this is not going to return true. So the output will be pattern 4, that is sure not found. So as such you have the output sure not found, right? You understood it?
Yes, sir.
So we have to see some more things. We'll see one more program tomorrow. Uh, and additionally, apart from the 5 predefined functions that we have, the match function, the search function, find all, substitute function, okay, split function, apart from these 5 different predefined functions that are part of the regular expression module, we also have something else. They are not functions, but they are called special sequences, and the symbols that are used in creating some regular expression patterns which can be used in real-time applications. For example, we have discussed earlier at the beginning in the introduction related to mobile number and email ID, right? So if you want to create patterns related to that email IDs or mobile numbers in real-time application, so we can use some symbols in the regular expression pattern. In our current program, we didn't use any symbols, right? We simply used normal strings which contains all alphabets. But in real time, the patterns will not just contain alphabets only. It may contain 0 to 9 digits and some special symbols also. So we didn't explore that part in this program, right? So we'll see one more program where we'll be using those symbols. First, we'll see all the list of those symbols and what is the meaning of those symbols in a regular expression pattern. And then we'll see an example program for that also, right? Tomorrow we'll see this one.